Today we're going to talk about Japanese candlesticks of price action. Candlesticks are observable on the charts, so how do you interpret them and how can they help you entering a position? Hello to all COF students, I am Marie-Litovina's Vegis translator and it is with great pleasure that I will teach you the basics of Forex. Before starting the adventure, it is important to remember and remind yourself of another sentence. I am and I remain a student. We are going to repeat this often to you to remind you that you are a student learning a skill that will serve you, be useful to you and will pay you for the rest of your life. It is important to take your time and go at your own pace. Always keep a winning mind frame and you will succeed in the Forex industry. After finishing this video, you should have a very good understanding of the following questions. Feel free to pause the video to take notes and remind yourself. Everyone is progressing at their own pace and do not compare yourself to others. A candlestick is made of a candle. The candle is composed of a large part called body and a finer part called wicks. These candles can give you a lot of clues as to where the market will go. The candle will allow you to see the opening price, the closing price, and the highest and lowest points that the price has reached. Let's look more in details at the creation of a candle. It opens, reaches its highest, lowest price, and finally closes. The top of the wick is the highest point that the price has reached, and the bottom of the wick is the lowest point the price has reached. In the case of a bearish candle, like in this image, the upper body of the candle corresponds to the opening of the price, and the lower body corresponds to the closing of the price. In the case of a bullish candle, it is the lower body of the candle that corresponds to the opening and upper body of the candle that corresponds to its closure. Be careful because in this picture it is a bearish candle. For a bullish candle, you do not have the same opening and closing. The candles correspond to a specific time. They can correspond to 5 minutes, 4 hours, 1 week, or even 1 month. You can easily configure the time of your candle. It's called a time frame. The wicks will help you take decisions on the market. You can sometimes see big wicks like on the candle A, or you can also observe shorter wicks as on the candle B. For example, we now know that the top of the wicks is the highest price on this candle. When you see a candle with a long wick, you have to understand that the market tried to evolve in this area, but did not stay here. It may be a sign of a possible turnaround or consolidation. In the rest of your training, you will be given more information on the price action, the interpretation of candlesticks and candles. We can see on this chart in the small highlighted regions several wicks that have reached their highest point or their lowest point in the same zone. We'll learn about this later, but wicks usually bounce off at key area called support and resistance. This is the sign of a potential turnaround. Be attentive to these wicks. Generally, like in this example, we observe that when the price reaches this key zone, it bounces and goes in the other direction. Candles are indications on the market. You will see later on the other indications that will allow you to have greater confidence in your decision. Now you should be able to answer and understand the following questions. Read them and answer them quietly. As soon as you finish, go to next video and remember, you are and you'll always remain a student.